My name is Flores. I'm currently a senior, 17 years old, almost 18, obviously going to Kearny High School, EID. So EID has changed my life because I'd say before going to EID, I knew kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something mechanical and something through engineering. And EID really showed me and just paved that path, especially through robotics. And I want to be a robotics engineer, mechanical engineer. And that really kind of gave me a focus on what I want to do with my life. Going into high school, I wanted to follow what my dad was, and he was the star athlete. He did football, wrestling, track, you name it, he did it. And I wanted to do that, but some complications. I had 2 surgeries on my ear, and so because of that, I have a little prosthesis in there, and so I can't be in football or wrestling because there's a chance that some really not good stuff will happen. And so I had to find a different outlet for me, and so I found robotics, and that's what's taken all of my time away from me.
Learned, could see in him early on he had a lot of really good engineering skills, just able to figure and play with things, take things apart, and same things that I did when I was a kid. So I was able to cultivate that and actually push him into those directions to help him learn, to help him see who he is and who he's going to be.
I remember in 9th grade, Zach sat in the front. He needed to hear better, and so he knew that about himself. He was very reflective. And he was very self-motivated, intrinsically motivated, didn't need anybody else, didn't want anybody else. And I think the real transition and growth for Zach in his 4 years here has been that he has realized that he is still intrinsically motivated and driven to do well for himself, but he's learned how to communicate and collaborate effectively with others.
For my future, I wish to be designing and developing some product, whether it be for military or civilian use, whatever it is. And EID has helped me with that because through EID I've learned 3D Autodesk or 3D AutoCAD programs, so I can not only come up with an idea, but I can make it on the computers. And then through the shop that we have, I've been able to not only make them on the computers, but put them into reality, actually make the prototype models of my ideas. Well, first off, kind of took away from it because just so much time is spent into making the robot. We stay after school 3 to 6 times a week, and after school for 3 hours. On Saturdays, we stay from 8 a.m. and sometimes to 9 p.m. Occasionally we work later, occasionally we work less, but it's taken a lot of my time, but it's also really given me this influence where it's that feeling of if I can do this, then really what's holding me back from doing anything else? It's almost a sense of freedom. Yeah.
I think he really enjoys designing and building. Robots just happen to be one form of the design concept of building the robots, but you can apply the same concepts of engineering to a lot of different aspects. I've known Zach for the last 4 years. He's been involved in my robotics program. But as far as my class is concerned, Zach is a very bright student. He's highly motivated. He's willing to help other students when the students need help. So he's been a great asset to my class.
My project, if this was to become large scale, this would bring a lot of joy to skiers everywhere, because this is a project where normal skateboards, when you start going at high speeds, they're not always stable, whereas this design that I have is made to be incredibly stable. Give you the ability to go very high speeds of not just 30 or 40, but 50 miles an hour, 60, and pushing those limits. So.
When I came to the School of Engineering, Innovation, and Design in the school year of 2014-15, I was obviously meeting lots of kids Zach was at that time one of our students who was really involved with the robotics team. He wasn't the captain of the team, so Zach was playing under fiddle to the captain and a little bit reserved, more quiet, kind of behind the scenes hard worker. Those are sort of the initial things that I noticed about Zach. One of the reasons why I think it's important to highlight Zach is Zach really represents a lot of students at our school. Zach also represents where we're trying to go at the School of Engineering, Innovation, and Design, whether it's students that are interested in becoming mechanical engineers or architects, or in some capacity working within those industries. We have the classes here at this school, and we have integrated projects within this school that really prepare kids at a high level when they graduate high school to be prepared to go on to the university, get their degree in these areas and move into high-wage, high-skill jobs. Zach also is really key because he overcame some physical challenges in his life that has kept him out of sports, but then this whole idea of being a part of a robotics team, which is kind of like the engineering football season, it's intense. Those kids work hard, they work long hours, they spend weekends upon weekends of time during the robotics season, and Zach is right there leading the way. So he's one who I think exemplifies where we're trying to go in terms of our small school and developing future engineers and architects for the workforce.
So EID has changed my life because I'd say before going into EID, I knew kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something mechanical and something through engineering. And EID really showed me, just paved that path, especially through robotics. And I want to be a robotics engineer, mechanical engineer. And that really kind of gave me a focus on what I want to do with my life.